There are car collections, and then there are statements of power. Cristiano Ronaldo's garage doesn't exist to impress neighbors or sit quietly behind velvet ropes. It exists to intimidate reality itself. This is not a collection built on nostalgia or subtle taste. It's a carefully assembled arsenal of mechanical dominance, machines chosen not just for speed or price, but for what they represent: control, excess, and obsession taken to its logical extreme. Ronaldo doesn't buy cars the way most collectors do. He doesn't chase trends. He doesn't wait for approval. He selects vehicles the way a general selects weapons, each one designed for a different form of dominance: speed, presence, rarity, fear. What follows isn't a list of expensive toys. It's a tour through one of the most unhinged private garages on the planet. A collection estimated to be worth over $30 million, built by a man who lives permanently at the edge of human performance. Number 13. Bugatti Chiron. For most people, a Bugatti Chiron would be the crown jewel, locked away, rarely touched, preserved like a museum artifact. For Ronaldo, it's closer to a routine indulgence. The Chiron is a mechanical absurdity. A quad-turbocharged W16 engine producing around 1,500 horsepower, wrapped in carbon fiber and arrogance. It accelerates with such violence that describing it feels illegal. This is a car that bends time, distance, and common sense. What makes Ronaldo's ownership especially surreal isn't the price tag, roughly $3 million, it's the way he treats it. This isn't a weekend-only trophy. Reports and sightings suggest he actually drives the Chiron casually, as if piloting one of the fastest production cars ever made is just another errand. That mindset alone tells you everything you need to know about the scale at which Ronaldo operates. Number 12. Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. Before the Chiron redefined insanity, there was the Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse, a car so outrageous that engineers initially questioned whether it should exist at all. With over 1,200 horsepower and a top speed approaching 410 km/h, the Vitesse once held the title of the fastest production car in the world. It wasn't just fast, it was offensive to physics. Ronaldo's ownership of the Vitesse places him firmly among the earliest adopters of hypercar culture at its most extreme. This wasn't a flex after the fact, it was a declaration made while the world was still trying to process what Bugatti had unleashed. For most collectors, this car would be untouchable history. For Ronaldo, it's just another chapter. Number 11. Bugatti Centodieci. If rarity is power, the Bugatti Centodieci is pure domination. Only 10 units of this hypercar exist worldwide. It's a modern tribute to the legendary EB110, reimagined with contemporary Bugatti excess. Lighter, sharper, and even more aggressive than the Chiron, it exists in a realm where money stops being a limitation and starts being irrelevant. With an estimated price of around $9 million, the Centodieci isn't about performance numbers alone. It's about exclusivity so extreme that ownership becomes mythological. Ronaldo's version is rumored to include bespoke interior details tailored specifically to him, reinforcing a recurring theme in his garage: nothing is stock, nothing is ordinary, and nothing is shared with the masses. This car doesn't travel, it erases distance. Number 10. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Speed isn't always the goal. Sometimes, presence matters more. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is less an SUV and more a mobile fortress, silent, massive, and engineered to isolate its occupants from the outside world. It represents a different form of power, control through comfort. Ronaldo's Cullinan reportedly features extensive bespoke customization, from unique interior finishes to discreet security enhancements. Rolls-Royce doesn't advertise those options, but clients at Ronaldo's level don't need brochures. Where most people buy SUVs for utility, Ronaldo buys them for dominance. The Cullinan doesn't rush, it arrives. Number 9. Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead. If the Cullinan is a fortress, the Phantom Drophead is a declaration of absolute arrival. This isn't a car designed to rush anywhere. It's designed to make time slow down around it. old money luxury taken to almost unreasonable extremes, the drophead feels less like an automobile and more like a private lounge that happens to move. Every surface is hand-finished. Every detail exists to remove friction from life itself. Yacht-grade teakwood lines the rear deck, coach doors open like a ceremony, and the cabin is so insulated from stress that the outside world feels distant and irrelevant. This is not a vehicle built for performance numbers or aggressive driving. It's built for moments when Ronaldo doesn't need to prove anything. Valued at well over $500,000, the Phantom Drophead exists for quiet dominance. It doesn't intimidate the road with speed. It reminds the road who owns it by simply showing up. Number 8. Lamborghini Aventador. Every collection needs something unfiltered, something unnecessary, something loud. The Lamborghini Aventador fills that role perfectly. Powered by a naturally aspirated V12 producing around 700 horsepower, the Aventador isn't refined, it's theatrical. It looks like a fighter jet turned into a weapon of noise and aggression. Ronaldo reportedly enjoys driving it through tunnels where the sound multiplies into something bordering on apocalyptic. This isn't subtle engineering. It's violence with a license plate. Number 7. Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. The Ferrari F12 is one of those cars that demands respect. With 730 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, and no electronic babysitting, it rewards confidence and punishes hesitation. It's beautiful, dangerous, and brutally honest. Where some supercars flatter their drivers, the F12 challenges them. That's precisely why it fits Ronaldo's personality. Control under pressure has always been his defining trait, on the pitch and off it. Number 6. McLaren Senna. The McLaren Senna is not a car for enjoyment, it's a car for obsession. Built with one goal, lap time destruction, the Senna strips away comfort, insulation, and civility. It's loud, stiff, and unforgiving. Even the seats feel like punishment. Named after Ayrton Senna, it exists to reward those willing to suffer for speed. Ronaldo owning one makes perfect sense. This is a machine designed for people who don't measure experiences in comfort, but in intensity. Number 5. Brabus G800. Start with a Mercedes G-Wagon, then remove all restraint. The Brabus G800 is what happens when subtlety is completely abandoned. Producing around 800 horsepower, wrapped in a wide-body stance that looks permanently angry, it turns city streets into spectators whether they want to watch or not. This is not stealth wealth. This is intimidation on wheels. Blacked out, loud, oversized, and deliberately excessive, the G800 announces its presence long before it arrives and lingers long after it leaves. When Ronaldo pulls up in this, it's not about elegance or refinement. It's about reminding everyone nearby that power can also be aggressive, unapologetic, and impossible to ignore. Number 4. Chevrolet Camaro SS. Among all the hypercars and luxury yachts on wheels, one car stands out precisely because it feels out of place. The Chevrolet Camaro SS. Compared to the rest of Ronaldo's garage, it's almost humble. And that's exactly why it matters. The Camaro represents raw, uncomplicated muscle, a loud American V8, simple lines, and a focus on driving enjoyment rather than prestige. There's no exclusivity barrier here, no seven-figure price tag, just pure mechanical attitude. In Ronaldo's collection, it's the cheapest car he owns, and in context, that fact alone says more about his wealth than any Bugatti ever could. Number 3. Maserati Gran Cabrio. Not every drive needs to feel like a battle. The Maserati Gran Cabrio exists for the moments in between, the calm stretches of road, the scenic routes, the drives taken without urgency. With its open-top design, flowing Italian styling, and Ferrari-derived engine tuned more for emotion than aggression, it offers a softer side of performance. This is a grand tourer in the truest sense, built for elegance, atmosphere, and balance. Even here, though, calm comes at a cost most people will never touch. In Ronaldo's world, relaxation is still wrapped in luxury and engineering pedigree. Number 2. Audi RS models. During his Real Madrid years, Ronaldo received multiple Audi vehicles through sponsorship deals. But even when the cars were technically free, his choices were anything but conservative. He consistently selected the most extreme RS variants available. The RS7, a supercar disguised as a luxury sedan. The RS6 Avant, arguably the most unhinged station wagon ever built. Even the monstrous Q7 V12 TDI, a diesel SUV that pulls like industrial machinery. Each choice reinforces a clear pattern. If a performance version exists, that's the version Ronaldo wants. Even company cars become flexes when he's involved. Number 1. The La Voiture Noire rumor. Then there's the rumor that refuses to die. Bugatti La Voiture Noire, 1 unit, around $19 million. The most expensive new car ever sold. Bugatti never confirmed the buyer. But when whispers linked the car to Cristiano Ronaldo, the internet didn't dismiss it. It believed it. Because at this level, plausibility is everything. Whether he owns it or not, almost doesn't matter. The fact that people think he could, without hesitation, tells you exactly where he exists on the financial and cultural ladder. Cristiano Ronaldo's garage isn't about transportation. It's about power, control, and living at a level most people will never even see. Every car is a statement. Every engine a reminder that he doesn't just dominate football, he dominates everything he touches. If this breakdown gave you a new respect for the scale of his world, do yourself a favor and like and subscribe.